Hello everyone, welcome to race number 9 of the MRC Cup Series, past the halfway point, and race number 2 of the Road Course Cup. We are here today in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, here at Road America, one of my favorite road courses in the whole United States here, and it's named after the country, so I guess bonus points for patriotism, I suppose. 4.048 miles, 31 laps. That is going to give us roughly 200 kilometers, same as the Roval. So we will keep going with the 200K theme here. And depending on your religion, there is either 13 or 14 turns here. I'm not going to say one way or another which side I lean on, but I don't get the other people who say the other way. So whatever. Pole sitter today, Victor Nunez. He ended up winning the top 10 shootout with a time of 2.04, a 6.24. It's a lot of numbers that we got to put in there. And he just outqualified Cody Lamazer in that top 10 shootout, giving Skylight Racing yet another pole on the season. So good for him. Good for Victor Nunez in that AlphaTauri machine. He is currently sitting 27th in the point standing. So very good, at least start to his day to try to avoid the LCQ zone there. Speaking of the LCQ zone, of course, several drivers who did not make the field. Of note, Ryan Reed has missed the most races this season. And Skylar Taylor, who is currently 11th in the Road Course Cup, is not going to be able to collect any more points today. So unfortunately for them, not making this one. Speaking of points, Seth Cole, you see him not too far behind our leader there. He is qualifying 5th today, his best qualifying effort in the road course and one of his best all season. Doesn't really have quite the best average start, but he converts with those finishes. Average finish of 7th, most top 10s out of anyone in the field. And he's made one less start than pretty much everybody up here today. Pretty good healthy points gap as well to Nathan Kiani, 28-point lead that he has now accumulated over him. Roberto Crown Jr. kind of squeezing back into the mix there, 34 points back, but everybody 6th place on back currently has a one-race gap to that points lead, so they're going to have to hope that Seth Cole has something go majorly wrong here today. And we'll see if that is the case. We are going to get the field underway a little bit early in the commentary today because this track is very long, and we'll see if we can get a healthy amount of our starting grid cleared here today. Of course, mentioning Victor Nunez starting alongside Cody Lamas there. Nunez taking the pole, however, turn 1 is a right-hander, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for him. That's just kind of the way they set it up here, so that's just kind of how it goes. He'll have to really defend turn 1 entering there. Behind them, I should say, row number 2, we have Kyler Sustry starting alongside Buddy Barksdale. Row 3, Seth Cole and Harry Klein. Both former race winners. Harry Klein hasn't won since Chicagoland, really hasn't had performance since, but we'll see if he can pull one together here today. DJ Curtis and Cam Wassard, two drivers haven't made every single race this season, both looking to climb out of that LCQ zone. With Wassard having a better chance than DJ today. Nick Breeding as well, he is starting alongside Roberto Crown Jr., as we mentioned. Really looking to carry that momentum. That is a season-long race car, I believe, that could contend for the title. If he could just kind of get it together, maybe Seth Cole slips up just a little bit. Jacques Cox starting alongside Tristan Woolhoit in row 6. Joey Murphy, our most recent Alpha Connolly, that is incorrect. Cody Lamas is a recent Alpha Connolly race winner, but he's looking to be the 3rd member of that team to collect a race win. He could do it. He's at the pace recently. Steven Colon next to him on the outside, or inside, depending on what turn 1 is to you. I have no idea. Eric DeMax starting alongside Ash Curtis, Dane Stinson, Carter Friesen, AJ Jones, Michael Sweeney, and that rounds out the top half of the field, as the rest of the field is going to be shown on the screen. We'll just kind of discuss, I guess, the race a little bit. RJ Reynolds did indeed make this race. He is starting 23rd position, so he will be able to defend the Road Course Cup points lead. We'll see if he's going to have that coming out of the race here today. Be interesting to see how that road course point swing kind of comes and goes. Testicle, Tristan Allen, Michael Sweeney, and Roberto Crown Jr. With Sweeney and Crown having decent starts here today. We'll see if they can do anything about the Road Course Cup and put themselves in a good position to collect some research and development, some extra cash to put towards their road course cars. And we'll see who makes those improvements going into the next season. But yet we are not even halfway through the Road Course Cup yet, and we are only halfway through our MRC Cup Series season. And they're coming out of the carousel now, and we will rejoin you once they take the green flag. It's going to be like a millisecond for you, but it's going to be like another minute or so for me. So, you know, just wait it out. I'll wait it out, and you'll be right with me. Alright, the field is ready. We are on the long straightaway here at Road America. And the field is looking ready to get this thing going. 31 laps around this track here in Elkhart Lake. The Sargento 200K ready to get going. Victor Nunez will lead them to the green flag. He's got Cody Lamas beside him. Charlotte 300 race winner. He gets a great start. And we are underway here at Road America. As you see side by side going into turn number 1 here, that right-hander. 3 wide even. Eric DeMax in the middle of a Chevy sandwich there. And we'll see if he can navigate that. Woolhite cutting off Stephen Colon there. Looks like the leaders have got a pretty good jump on the field. They're going to be going into this left-hand braking zone. And it's very, very good for these guys that they don't have a lot of people up on them at this part of the corners. We're going to try to keep the camera focused on this corner because this is pretty much calamity corner here. As you see, Dane Stinson running into the back of Joey Murphy, and they're going 3 wide here. Some people just have very different braking zones, and perhaps the brakes just being cold and the tires as well. And that is pretty big damage for that 50 car. We'll see how he manages the rest of the race. But that, oh, it doesn't look too bad here, actually. But, oh man, Joey's definitely getting the brunt of it. I think he got shoved into Jacques Decoq. And that ended up giving that 35 a little bit of damage. And Joey just kind of beat up all the way around. So let's see how he navigates that. Cam Lassard looking to make a move on Seth Cole here. See if he can do that. Carousel, you get a lot of momentum on the outside. But that all depends on whether or not you clear them by the right-hander. And, oh, just barely. Seth Cole cuts off Cam Lassard. And he will maintain, I believe that's 7th, so it looks like he's actually lost a couple spots here, or 6th it looks like now. Well, I mean, Crown Jr. is really going to have to pounce here if he's going to try to make a dent into the points lead. Nathan Kiani, kind of nowhere to be seen as of late. Had that good early season start, but kind of went away from him there. So his last handful of finishes, actually they've been pretty decent, but a 29th last week at the Roval. Not too good for that 71, as we'll check on him later throughout the race, I'm sure. As lap number 2 has begun. Nunez still holding on strong, and you'll just see the difference in pace already. Quite a few gaps developing between the cars, and they've pretty much figured it out single file most of the way through the field already. Well, we'll have a couple battles going into turn 1 here. Eric Rodriguez trying to make the move on Allison Figueroa. He has been just fighting desperately to get out of the LCQ zone. 33rd right now in the points table and currently on track. Where are they? Why can't I find the 38 on the leaderboard? 36, okay, well. Ain't looking too hot for them right now, so hopefully they can claw their way out of that deficit so far, but so early on. That pink Trojan machine, it's going to be hard to keep your eyes off that thing today. It catches your attention in an instant. I mean, it's just pretty much trouble when you see that thing coming through the field, so I have to keep an eye on Seth Cole throughout this running today. See if he can increase that points lead even more. I mean, only halfway through the season and already 6th on back with the 46-point gap. I mean, that's an entire race right there. That's a win, and somebody getting 0 points is that gap right there, so quite a bit of a deficit there. 6th on back. Nunez of Skylight Racing. Gonna try to get that team out of the mid-table in terms of the team points. Trying to be the preferred Toyota team right now, and they're out of the Toyota teams, they are 4th there. And Toyota, the manufacturer standing, is not really looking too hot. Chevy has been pretty dominant. with Ford just kind of barely keeping up. Every race win that Chevy gets, I mean, it just puts more of a hole in the pocket of everybody else. Which is very hard. So, I mean, Chevy, like I said, winning 5 out of the 8 races contested so far. Tied on poles with Toyota, though. And Toyota this week, actually, ended up eclipsing them with pole number 4. It's a good qualifying pace. It's just, you got some very good teams. I mean, like Alpha Connolly and Warren Racing. And even Powerhouse Crown being a single car up. And Cam Lassard really slow through there. I don't know if he missed the corner. Not really too sure what happened there. Either way, Crown is going to capitalize on that. Moves up into the 7th spot. DJ Curtis, haven't seen him too often this season. It's D&Q just a handful of times. Making his 4th start here today. Out of the 9 races so far, pretty far back in the points table, 46th at the moment. But top 10 run here today, and of course, Road Course Cup points. Could be very valuable for next season if the team decides to keep on with DJ. Which I'd say for a lot of these teams, I mean, it would be worth it. Oh man, Eric Rodriguez must have gotten into some heavy damage there. Into that, I'm guessing the left-hander is where that went down. Oh man, that kind of killed my train of thought there, honestly. Welcome back to Road America. It's we actually missed a pass for the lead there. Cody Lamas overtook Victor Nunez at the end of lap 5 there, so it's really bad time to take a break, and we'll show you a replay of it here real quick when we can. But yeah, I mean, just Lamas just flying by Nunez, who just kind of blew a corner there. As he is now going to go into this hard left-hand braking zone. He's had the lead for, you know, about a lap or 2 now, being lap 7. Making that pass on 5 down the straightaway. Let's see what happens here. As yeah, no movement from Nunez there. Oh, Barksdale and Sustry potentially. Nope. Sustry has nothing. Oh, he's going to go a little wide. So you notice a lot of drivers just going a little bit wide here and there. Just kind of the fatigue, maybe even 7 laps in setting. I mean, the tires aren't going to grip like they used to, and the weight these cars have to throw around. I mean, that's why we're trying to find out who the best road course races are throughout this portion of the season so far here. Joey Murphy still just kind of hanging on there with that damaged race car. I'm very impressed by him. But if the 48's pace is anything to be believed, I mean, that team has kind of hooked it up here today. Haven't seen or haven't really paid much attention where the other Alpha Connolly cars are. Oh, so RJ Bishop very, very slow. I think he's got an issue here. Yeah, he is well off the pace. The 98 car trying to keep off the racing line as best as he can. Of course, Bishop winning not too long ago. And yeah, man, he's just holding everybody up here. I mean, they're just going to... Gabriel Mose, I think they've ran into each other a couple times just trying to keep away from him. Oh, no, Bishop isn't a race winner. He got pole and then just absolutely fell back at Charlotte. Not too sure why I thought he was a race winner. Just confusing a lot of things here. It's what happens when you don't have races too often, I suppose. As RJ Bishop, hopefully he brings it into the pits here, and indeed he is going to. Some sort of issue for that 98 car. And yeah, not looking too good for him. They're going to have to diagnose that. Hopefully it isn't terminal, but I mean, that car just, they just lost all sorts of power there. So, yeah, back up towards the front. And the gaps have stayed relatively consistent. Crown Jr. has gained actually a considerable amount here on Seth Cole. And I think they've kind of reeled the field in just a little bit themselves as well. And they're just all over each other into the left-hander. See if Crown can do anything. I mean, this is essentially a points lead battle here. Crown being 3rd place in the standings. He's only 6 points behind Kiani, but I mean, at this rate, he's definitely going to get by. I mean, he's just the more consistent car this season. And does Crown have anything for Seth Cole here? Hopefully he's not burning him up too much and letting the 06 catch up behind him. Losing a spot here would be pretty bad, but I mean, he's got to gain ground on that 52 in the points table if he wants to have a chance by the end of the season. I mean, this is race number 9. We're only going to have 7 races to go after this one, so if Seth Cole has been this dominant through 9, I mean, it's pretty easy to believe he'll be dominant through the rest of the season as well, so see if Roberto has anything for him in this race. Welcome back to Road America, and Victor Nunez is just trying anything to get this lead back at the moment, really hounding Cody Lamas. The order up front really hasn't quite changed much. Buddy Barksdale did end up getting around Kyle Orsustrad to retake 3rd place away, as we'll see if pit stops end up coming into play here. And oh, I think we have an issue on track. Yes, Eric DeMax is blown up, and that should trigger a caution. I think he's going to come to a stop here. Yes, it is. Oh man, and that's in a pretty bad spot to have something like that happen. And yeah, that is going to bring up caution number 1 here, as there's going to be a race to the line. Dane Simpson fighting off Stephen Colon. Don't know what position that is for. Oh, he gets an awful exit trying to take that inside line, that right-hander. And oh my god, he's going to lose 4 spots trying to make that move for 14th. As we take it back up towards the front, race back to the stripe. Looks like Cody Lamas is going to take the lead. Coming to the yellow here. But who is going to take 3rd? Is it going to be Kyler Sustry? Or will it be Buddy Barksdale? It's a battle at the stripe, and Kyler Sustry takes 3rd place, coming to the yellow flag. As yeah, I'm not really sure if we need much of a replay for that one, but we'll take a quick look and I guess just see when exactly that 36 car decided it was just done for the day. As they take the pace car going into turn 2-3 here. As yeah, yellow number 1 here today at Road America. Wasn't caused by an incident, but we did have a car have an equipment failure. And yeah, we'll take a look and see what exactly happened there with Eric DeMax, and we will rejoin you for the second half of the race. Alright, taking a look at this very beautiful Castrol Team Tom's machine of Eric DeMax, Bristol race winner. Kind of had some bad luck in recent weeks, dropping 6 places in the points table to drop him down to 20th. And today, I don't think it is going to be much different for that 36th. Not having good finishes as of late. Hasn't finished in the top 10 in quite some time. And the engine just deciding to let go there. So that could potentially bring an end to the 36's day, depending on what the issue is. We haven't heard yet. But yeah, either way, just not good for Eric DeMax. And of course, he couldn't make it all the way around the track. So had to bring out that full course yellow. And yeah, we'll get going once again. And should shape up to be a pretty good, exciting run to the finish here. We'll see if anybody has anything for Cody Lamas and Victor Nunez in these upcoming pit stops, and we'll rejoin you. I'm not too sure what lap it'll be, but we will be within 15 to go for sure. Alright, welcome back. We are coming to our first restart, and if you think these damaged cars are a lap down, you can certainly think again. Joey Murphy is in fact our leader. They pit before the lead lap cars did, or before the leaders did, I should say. It's another case of classic MRC pit strategy that's just interrupted by a yellow flag. So, yeah, Joey Murphy is going to lead him to the stripe here. Cody Lamas, Kyler Sustry, Harry Klein, Roberto Crown, and Victor Nunez will lead them to the field. So you see pit stops shook up the top spots quite a bit. But yeah, that is how they will come to the stripe, and oh man, it's just going to be chaos into turn 1. Kyler Sustry is thinking about going 3 wide. Doesn't quite send it all the way. Cody Lamas, a little impatiently, I think, trying to take the lead away, or trying to take 2nd place away almost instantly there. Side by side into turn 3 here. Michael Sweeney on the inside of Buddy Barksdale, trying to muscle him out of the way potentially. As you see, just 2 by 2 on back. As we come into the heavy braking zone, Harry Klein kind of getting ran over a little bit by Roberto Crown. It's Murphy, it's Ramo, it's Lamas, it's a lot of other people. I can't say everyone's names, but we have some calamity here, and oh, it looks like we got some beating and banging. Oh, Testicle, that hood is buckled up quite a bit. We're going to go 3 wide into the left-hander immediately after this. Are they going to be able to hang through there? Oh, Ash Curtis nearly making contact, potentially making contact. I didn't see. Oh, Shane Side's quite beat up now. I think that was a result of that corner. And he, as far as I know, still has the fastest lap point. So unless somebody takes it away from him now, I don't think we're going to see much changing in there. Seth Cole, our points leader, he's just been on an absolute tear this season through 9 races, trying to get around Victor Nunez, who led the beginning stages of this race. Doesn't look like it's going to happen quite there, as they go into the right-hander now, leading down one of the DRS straights, as I would call it. This is one of those super long straightaways that he just carries so much speed through. And he is going to have to try to hold up Seth Cole. Nick Breeding making a move on DJ Curtis. It's battle the LCQ cars. Not too many points separate those guys, so every position matters, as he's going to try to fling it around the outside of Buddy Barksdale, and he is going to make it work. Nick Breeding is on a tear here. They put on those special tires that they talked about from Days of Thunder, and that 9 car is just crawling through the field now. Scratching and clawing, I should say. Not crawling. As Joey Murphy. So now we get our leaderboard back up proper. He is leading Gabriel Homel. Both these cars pretty damaged. So if you are a diecast collector, you are begging for one of these 2 cars to win this race and get that race win diecast. It's a little beat up there, so. But still a lot of race left. Cody Lama is looking, at least out of the leaders, to be the fastest car in terms of that pack. But in terms of fastest laps overall, I mean, that 48:20 seconds, so it's going to be quite an uphill climb for that 48, it looks like. So here we go once again into the left-hander. I like to keep the camera on. Kyler Sustry making a move on Michael Sweeney, or potentially the other way around, because that 12 was up front for the majority of the day so far. And Sweeney, it looks like he is going to execute that move and get it done. Going around the outside of Kyler Sustry in the hard left-hand braking zone there. This now brings them through the right-hander that will lead them eventually to the carousel here after the left. Got to give props to Harry Klein. Pretty good run here today. Out of trouble for most of it. That, of course, that 66 really trying to make a heavy points run. They are 16th at the moment, but the win at Chicagoland has really set Revolution Racing up for more than they have at the moment. Trying to join Christian Vargas in the top 10 in that points table. Trying to check out the recent finishes for Harry Klein since his win. He's out of pretty much just finished 27th, 28th, 21st. So, I mean, his only top 10 was that win. And he could add another one to that table here today, as we have coming to 13 to go now. But of course, that 13 to go is going to be, it's still going to be like about another half-hour racing, 2-minute lap times. So still plenty of action left here to go. And that damage might have helped Murphy out somehow. I'm not really too sure how, but I don't know, maybe a bit of front downforce is really helping that thing out. I mean, the rear is bent so far back, I don't really know how that thing is still cornered properly compared to the 3 of Gabriel Mo for No Limits Racing. It's been the highest points runner for No Limits Racing is Gabriel. It's kind of silently just been getting his way up the points table there in that number 3 machine. He's actually had 3 straight 7th place finishes. So, I mean, that equates to 3 straight top 10s, which is fantastic. And I think those might be his only top 10s on the season. So that 3 team has found some consistency for sure. And top 10 consistency is the best kind to have. And he's looking to make it a solid 4 in a row in terms of top 10s, get his first top 5 on the season if this continues. And, of course, potentially a win. I mean, 2nd place. I mean, you're in the best position to make the pass, so keep an eye on that number 3 machine. As I keep thinking this is the 23, I'm just so conditioned to them being around each other all race, but Harry Klein, of course, making the jump on pit road over that 23 machine. And he's hounding Cody Lamas now for the 3rd position. See who takes that proverbial podium step here today. Roberto Crown, P5. Nunez in 6th place, losing quite a bit from that pit stop. And of course Seth Cole, the inevitable one, in 7th place. But at least good enough for Crown. It's going to be some points gained if this holds for him. Of course, I'd love if the 52 could have some sort of issue, or if someone could just hold him up or get around him. So now that 52 is a little bit of damage, I think he probably got it from that left-hander as well. So Not going to see a lot of exactly clean race cars coming out of this thing. I think that 72 might even have some side damage if I saw right. I could be wrong. I might just be imagining things. I mean, that is a mostly black car, so it'll be hard to see if any body lines are really warped on it. Now Natana Moedo, 47th in the points table at the moment, but currently on track running 18th, so solid run for him. Trying to find his last finish that he, his last decent finish that he's had. He's had the last one he had was 32nd, and he had a DNF before that one at a Charlotte, so not a good Charlotte trip for him. And then before that, just 2 DNQs, and the only finish that he's had that's kind of respectable is at 9th in Atlanta, and every other finish has been well below 30th place. So for a lot of these race teams, it kind of just, it seems like there's 2 different garages going on half the time, because you have 2 cars that run well, and then you have 2 cars that just kind of can't figure it out, but could always be a driver thing, and got to develop relationships with the crew and the crew chiefs and everything to get the most out of the relationships and the most out of the car to put the driver in a position to capitalize on positions that they're in, and get them better set up for these races. Seth Cole slowly been reeling in these guys. For Crown, he's just got to kind of hope that nothing really happens to impede his race. Buddy Barksdale, who was 3rd or 4th for most of this run, now finds himself in 10th place. Same with Kyler Sustry. I mean, they were just trading 3rd or 4th back and forth. But now it's trying to just get into the top 10. We'll look down the table to see who is still running in our Road Course Cup for this race. Nathan Kiani's kind of climbed himself out of a hole here. Kiani, I don't believe, had a pretty good start to this race. He started 34th. But now up into 20th. I mean, 2nd place in the points standings, 28 points behind Seth Cole. Just, you got to get any points you can at the moment to just keep yourself in contention for this thing. Back once again here at Road America, approaching 5 to go as we come around this time on board with Cody Lamas, trying to do anything he can to take race number 2, or victory number 2 for him this season. But he's also got to look out for his teammate up in 1st place. He's got to help him out as much as he can. As you see, the gap between these 3 cars as of right now is within a second. So, still anyone's game here. Oh man, that 43 has looked very strong. I think it's been a pretty Chevy dominant race here today, with after Lamas took the lead away from Nunes. And it's just been a pretty Chevy dominated season in terms of the manufacturer standings and in terms of wins. But I mean, if you looked at the top 10 points table, you wouldn't really gather that much, with 2 Fords leading the 1 and 2 spot. But with this finish here today, if it stands, Cody Lamas, he's going to gain quite a number of points places and points on Seth Cole, who is leading the point standings, of course. But Seth Cole still in 7th place on track. Gotta hope that Nunes gets a little impatient with Roberto Crown here and tries to go for something. Or he goes wide. It looks like Cole might capitalize. Going into the carousel here now. Seen a lot of different lines go through here. It's all about how you set yourself up for just a straightaway. Because, I mean, you're in these cup cars. I mean, you're not really flat going through here, but you're still carrying a lot of speed and momentum. Battle up front still heating up. I mean, that 3 has just kept pace with Joey Murphy all day. I don't think I mentioned Murphy's point standing. He is currently 13th. He's carrying a wave of momentum alongside his teammate of Dylan Connolly. They each gained 8 places last week out. So, very good upswing for Alpha Connolly. And, I mean, a win here today is just going to blow the team points lead just way, way open. I mean, they're going to be leading so much over Testicle Racing here. Or not Testicle Racing, Dick Hare Racing. I mean, it's just so many. That team is just such an anomaly. I really don't know how to even describe them, so. But yes, I thought we were coming to 5 to go that last time by. It's actually 6 to go this time. We're coming to 5. Once we hit the stripe the next time. I'm so jumbled up. I don't know, man. Harry Klein's still P4. I mean, there's still not really too much to note in terms of changing positions here. But we are going to stay with this one until the very end. Aiden Smith trying to make the move around Matt Mitchell there. Looks like that is was actually defending a position, so he's going to keep 30th place there. Aiden Smith, ever since AJ Jones kind of joined the team full time, I mean, it's kind of been hindering that 89 quite a little bit, but I mean, still keeping with it. I mean, they're not too far outside of the LCQ zone, I suppose, but 10 spots out. AJ Jones having the much better run this season, currently 15th, so I mean, they might climb out of that out of the zone here today. We'll see how they do. Dan Rivera looking to work on Dane Stinson there, but I mean, much beyond that. Oh, Rivera sending it. Oh man, didn't quite have it though, so we'll not get that move done. Christian Vargas, who is 6th place in the points table, he is kind of just hanging out here today. It's not really looking too hot for him. 34th right now. Of course, he would love to be racing up there with Harry Klein, but not to be this weekend, it looks like. Shane Sides, I believe, still has our fastest lap, and that car has just been obliterated, so yeah, not much going on there. Oh, it looks like Tess Tickle had to step out of this race as well. I think that damage on that last lap really, it just killed the car. I think they just decided to bring that thing in, so unfortunately for the 82 team, parking it up a little early today, only going to get about 2 points, so Dan Rivera does indeed make the move on Dane Stinson. Another spot for Revolution Racing, trying to get up to his teammate Zach Fitzwater there. Put a nice friendly face in the mirror, but 5 laps to go this time by. We'll see what more becomes of this race. Great run for Nick Breeding. I got to mention that today. 48th in points. He's only made 3 starts. This is his 4th now. So just like DJ Curtis, not too many starts, but doing anything they can just to survive in this in the series so far. Quite the blanket has formed over these top 3. Hopefully the nerves don't get to be too much for Murphy. I'm sure spotters are kind of communicating with Llamas a little bit, maybe trying to tone the pressure that 3 a little bit. As oh, and he poked the nose there. He looked for it, but it was not to be that time. About 4.5 laps remaining now. It's about 9-10 minutes, so I mean the laps tick down, but I mean you got to think about the minutes as well. I mean it seems pretty long, but when you're running pretty equal pace with everybody else, I mean it just feels like forever. Just chipping down the laps, every corner trying to figure something else out, trying to see where they're weak and how to capitalize on it, and how you can set yourself up for a future corner. That 3 has been getting closer and closer every single lap, though. I mean, I think it's a matter of time before he at least has the chance to make a pass. It's just making it is very, very difficult. It's a lot easier to defend a pass than to make one, I believe. Especially these cars are so heavy. I mean, you just throw the weight around. I mean, that's all it takes sometimes. But Gabriel is not going to be discouraged. We are at 4 to go now. Of course, Cody Lamas, can't forget to mention him, waiting on the wings. I'm not sure if he's led the most laps still. I imagine it's got to be pretty close between him and the 43 at this point now. He has got to be a little frustrated trying to find any little amount of space to make a move. 6-second gap has now developed between 4th place and 5th place, so it looks like top 4 are pretty locked in, barring anything happening with those guys. Still gaining points on Seth. Like I said, I mean, just any little amount will help. I mean, these 2 points that he has over Seth now could... Oh man, that 52 went a little wide. They could play into his favor by the end of the year if he, if he potentially wins the title by only 2 points or something over the 52. So, just every little gap matters here. So, that's why you can't lose focus. I mean, you just gotta keep with it all season. I mean, even in a race, I mean, you're just so frustrated. You're like, man, he's still back there. He's still running top 10 every single race. But I mean, you just have to put your head down. You just gotta tough it out and Potentially somebody else could dethrone Seth Cole this season, but I mean, that 52 is looking so strong this year. It's very hard to really gauge whether or not anyone else has anything for him. Same can be said for Joey Murphy here. I mean, that 3 has been close. I mean, it gained 2/10 that last lap by, but it might have lost in the last couple corners that they've gone through here. All about the momentum with these cars and road courses. Can Murphy hang on? Does Roval have anything for Murphy? Very, very strange. The cars with damage are faster than the Queen car here of Cody Lamas. But just could be the nature of the beast. That arrow might have just helped out just enough to get the car where it needed to be. I'm not too sure. Looking back through the field once again, we'll try to pick out who is getting our last road course point. It looks like it is still Luis Hernandez, so gotta keep an eye on this little battle here for a minute, just to see if Fitzwater can maybe snipe a point away from Luis. Of course, neither of them getting a point last week at the Roval. Of course, Fitzwater just kind of being pretty slow in general, and Hernandez picking up pretty much the same amount of damage he has this week as well, getting involved in Nick Breeding, bringing out that yellow at the closing stages of that race. And oh man, a little slow out of the left-hander there. Let's see what Fitzwater has for him. Approaching 2 to go. Fitzwater in points, he had a pretty good start to the season, I thought. But he has dropped 10 positions since the last race out, and he's going to make a move on Luis, trying to take that point away from him. So 21st in points, 22nd on track. I mean, at least he's consistent there. Camel Sard, man, he really fell off this race. Had a very good start to it, but right now just not looking too hot for him. As Fitzwater losing a little bit of time to Luis now. We make our march back up through the field. Oh, and we have a pass with the lead. Gabriel Mo over Joey Murphy. And the last corner with 2 to go. And we have a race on our hands now. That was the first. I mean, I hate that I missed pretty much every pass with the lead this race, but my God. What a move from that 3. We'll have to take a look and see what happened to the 43 to get him so out of shape. I'm not sure if he just had a run or if the 43 just blew the corner. Either way, Alpha Connolly is losing a race win here today. And is it time for maybe Team Mortars to kind of kick in? Let's get that 48 up there with no damage. See if he can give a fight to that 3 car. But they go into the Sargento Bridge and it doesn't look like they have any intention of any Team Mortars. They're going to let them have at it. As here we come through the hard left-hander that will bring him uphill into the Corvette Bridge. The gap relatively staying the same. You go around the hill, around the corner there. Does Joey have anything for Gabriel? I mean, so far they're just kind of keeping that gap now. I might have to stay with this one until the very end of the race. It seems every time I leave them alone, something crazy happens. Through the carousel. And I might have to take a swig of water. I mean, that just woke me up like crazy. My throat is so dry now. Ah, there we go. We are locked and loaded for the end of this one. Does Lamas have anything for Murphy even? I mean, it would basically, he'd basically just be accepting second place at that point if you go for that pass, but either way, a good solid 2-3 for Alpha Connolly if it remains this way. We are coming to 1 to go this time. Looks like Luis Hernandez, I'm not too sure. He's dropped a lot of places. He is not going to come home with the last road course point, it looks like, as well. But we got to keep this at the front of the field, or maybe not. I mean, that 3 has absolutely taken off now. Looks like Lamas is going to go for the pass. The white flag goes up, the leaderboard comes off. And Gabriel Homo, he sees 2 cars battling in his rear view. And that might be all the confidence he needs to just drive away. Lamas is not going to get that move done for second place, as they've got about another minute and a half or so to figure this out, to try to get around that 3 car. Quick run back through the field. We will take a look and see how this road course point is going. We'll put the leaderboard back up just for a quick second. Not really too sure what happened there. It looks like RJ Reynolds could potentially walk away with one more road course point. And we'll see if that persists. But we are going back up towards the front. I just wanted to check on that real quick. Top 3 absolutely under a blanket now. But as the corners tick down, No Limit Racing is looking closer and closer to raising their first trophy of the season. They've been on the verge of it. They're the second best Chevy team in terms of the manufacturer standings at the moment. Through the kink now. Do they have anything for the 3? Now through turn 12, Canada corner. It looked like it might have been a little bit closer, but I think it is much, much too late. Through the last sweeping set of corners here. A pass made with 2 to go. They don't have anything for him. Gabriel Homo of No Limits Racing, in the famous number 3 that made this sport ever so popular. He comes across a stripe. He takes victory at Road America. It all came down to the last couple of minutes, once again in the MRC. And this time, the Brazilian racer of Gabriel Homo will take victory here today. Great run for that 3 car. Excellent pit stop strategy for the 3 and the 43, of course. Kind of sniping a win away from Cody Lamas. That is going to give Chevy their 6th win of the season. Very dominant fashion, be that too, as 3 Chevys just absolutely took off. Looks like Harry Klein might have had an issue of some sort. Not really too sure what happened with him. He was up there. Looks like Victor Nunez is going to take 4th place here today, and Seth Cole with yet another top 5. Oh, we might have had some cars not make it on fuel, I think is what happened there, as I see Roberto Crown has also dropped from our table. Very costly run for that 31 machine. Buddy Barstow, Kyler Sustry, Tristan Woolhoyt looking to bounce back there with the top 10. Jacques Decock and DJ Curtis. I will round out your top 10. Go through the road course drivers here, the road course cup drivers. Stephen Cohn, AJ Jones, Natan Amawedo, Carlos Mendez, Carter Friesen. Looks like Nathan Kiani, Cam Wassard, Spike Stinson, Dylan Connolly, Daniel Rivera, and it looks like, yes, RJ Reynolds 2 weeks in a row will squeak by with some road course points after getting the win at the Roval. But the story today is that number 3 machine. That 3 has seen victory lane many times in many different forms, but today it's on an anime car, and at least it's on a Chevy, and it is going to victory lane here at Road America. So pretty good race all around, I thought, at least, and a very good pass for the win for Gabriel Homo. Looks like Murphy just kind of went a little wide in that last corner or something, and that's all it took for that 3 machine to take a W here today. Good win for No Limits Racing. And we'll have the full results and our updated points for both the regular cup and the road course cup. Looks like Aiden Smith has decided to put it in the pace car there. Not too sure why. There's Harry Klein. Let's see where he finished. I think he might have came in pit, so that's probably what happened there, I imagine. I think they just couldn't make it on fuel or something. The Tana Moedo has exploded. I'm not really too sure what happened there, so... But yeah, a good win for the 3 machine. And that is another road course race in the books. Sorry, Shane, I'm trying to find the pit road cameras. There we go. So yeah, thanks again for joining us for that one. Like I said, we'll have the full points and race results coming up right now. We'll take a look at anything else that we have to before we get to that as well. But yeah, let's get you right to that. Alright, and here is your full results here from Road America, the Sargento 200K. Won by Gabriel Homo today. Great run for him. Of course, you got Joey Murphy and Cody Lamas. Two very good runs for Alpha Conway. I mean, they're just looking like the team to beat this year. Victor Nunez, very respectable run for him. Seth Cole, of course, another top 5 for Seth Cole. Just throw that in the top 5 column. And I'm imagining he's just going to have a ridiculous points lead at this point. Buddy Barstow, Kyler Sussard, Tristan Woolhoit, Jock DeCock, DJ Curtis, your top 10. Cologne, Jones, Amaluedo, Mendez, Friesen, Kiani, Lassard, Stinson, Connolly, Spike Stinson, I should say, Dylan Connolly, and Dan Rivera, your top 20. RJ Reynolds, of course, getting that last road course point. Nobody has converted on the fastest lap so far, so no extra bonus points for that. Ryan Jasper, Matt Mitchell, Ash Curtis, Emmy Scazzotto, Kristen Vargas, Bishop Warren, Pedro Lucas, and Allison Figueroa running out your top 30. And beyond that, Harry Klein, Roberto Crown Jr., unfortunately just pitting. Same with Breeding. I mean, a lot of guys just came in and pit for whatever reason. Sweeney, Fitzwater, Hernandez, Stinson, Rodriguez, and Shane Sines and Aiden Smith round out your running top 40. And 2 cars that had to retire, Testicle and Eric DeMax, who had a header issue not too far into this one to bring out our one and only caution. So a relatively clean race all around. Besides, I guess, like the bumping and those handful of corners, but, you know, that's kind of expected. Now, on to our point standings. We'll take a look at our Road Course Cup point standings real quick to start us out. Gabriel Hamo, who actually collected some points from the last race out, he had 15 coming into this one, and he will take another handful of points out of this one as well. So, 40 points for him. He leads that Road Course points, Road Course Cup points table. Romel Murphy, DeCock, Reynolds, Cole, Sussride, Tickle III, Alan Lassard, and Cody Lamas running out your top 10 there. And we'll just go with the top 10 for that. It's going to be changing so often. It's going to be insane. But from there, we're going to take a look at our just overall point standings, which I will take a more detailed look at. Seth Cole, this time, he's gained a 5-point advantage over second place. But this time, it's our race winner, Gabriel Homo, moving up into second place. He's gained 3 spots from 5th. Now a 33-point gap from first to second. Excuse me. And Nathan Keani dropping a spot and quite a healthy number of points. And the top 3 are the only ones within a race length of Seth Cole, Spike Simpson, Jacques DeCock, rounding out your top 5. 48 and 59 points back, respectively, there. Lama's bouncing back, gaining 4 points. I can't speak today. 4 spots as Roberto Crown has dropped 4 in his place. Vargas dropping 2, Murphy gaining 4, and Jasper dropping 2. That's your top 10. From there, Ash Curtis, Dylan Connolly, Kyler Sustry gaining a healthy 10 places. Blake Warren, Buddy Barstow gaining 9. Matt Mitchell, Tristan Woolhoit, Harry Klein, Victor Nunez, Emmy Scazzotto, your top 20. Sweeney, Sides, Rodriguez, Tickle, Fitzwater, Friesen, DeMax, Hernandez, Carlos Mendez, and AJ Jones escaping LCQ hell to get into the top 30 and lock himself in for our next race, which I believe is at Watkins Glen. Yes, I'm right. I thought we were going to Japan first for some reason, but we are not, so disregard my thought process there. Drivers who are going to have to try their hardest to qualify for that race. Cam Lassard, Pedro Lucas, who for the first time this season has fallen into the LCQ zone. And he's got RJ Reynolds, Allison Figueroa, Dan Rivera, Tristan Allen, RJ Bishop, Dane Stinson, DJ Curtis, and Natana Amaluedo, who have gained a healthy number of places this week, but they're still in the zone. So that's your down to your 40th place there. Pebbles, Smith, Jones, Johnson, Williams, Skylar Taylor, Cam Vanderhorst, Stephen Cologne, Nick Breeding, and Cal Farrell. You're 50, and then Ryan Reed and George Buffle. Haven't really made too much of a dent this season at all. Still 51st and 52nd. Well, thanks for joining us again today for our second race of the Road Course Cup, 9th race of the MRC Cup Series. Next time you will see us, it will be at Watkins Glen, so thank you for joining CT ESPN. First broadcast with these guys this year, so pretty fun stuff. Hope you enjoy the graphics and all that. And until next time, hopefully I upload another one of these races very soon. Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we? So, yeah, until next time, see you guys. Thanks for the support and everything. Please keep with it. Join the Discord if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll see you pretty soon.